ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शांति शांति शांतिः। नमस्कार my dear friends. This is 26th video on Talks with Maharshi Ramana. This video will start with talk number 399. Mr. Bose, the Bengali engineer, has since read Gaudpada Karikas and Sir Sarvapalli Radhakrishna's Indian philosophy and so asked questions as follows. Devotee: is there any genuine difference between dream experience and waking state? Maharshi replies, because you find the dream creations transitory in relation to the waking state, there is said to be a difference. The difference is only apparent and not real. Devotee: is the waking state independent of existing objects? Maharshi: were it so, the objects must exist without the seer. That is to say, the object must tell you that it exists. Does it do so? For example, does a cow moving in front of you say that she is moving? Or do you say of your own accord, there is a cow moving? The objects exist because of the seer cognizing them. Devotee: Gaudapada in Mandukya Karika says that there is no difference between the two states from the standpoint of reality absolute. Maharshi: of course not. Devotee: I believe Bhagwan also says so. Professor Radhakrishnan in his Indian philosophy says that in his Brahma Sutra commentary, Sri Sankara makes a distinction between the two states. Is it a fact? If so, what is it? How can there be any distinction from the viewpoint of reality? So long as the mind exists in any form, there will be distinction, but from the standpoint of Atma, non-dual Brahma, can there be any distinction? Maharshi: the dream is for the one who says that he is awake. In fact, wakefulness and dream are equally unreal from the standpoint of the absolute. Devotee: in pure Advaita, can evolution, creation, or manifestation have any place? What about the theory of Vivarta, according to which Brahma appears as the world without forgetting its essential nature, like the rope appearing as snake? Mercy: there are different methods of approach to prove the unreality of the universe. The example of the dream is one among them. Jagrat, Swapna, and Susupti are all treated elaborately in the scripture in order that the reality underlying them might be revealed. It is not meant to accentuate differences among the three states. The purpose must be kept clearly in view. Now they say that the world is unreal. Of what degree of unreality is it? Is it like that of a son of a barren mother or a flower in the sky? Mere words without any reference to facts. whereas the world is a fact and not a mere word. The answer is that it is a superimposition on the one reality, like the appearance of a snake on a coiled rope seen in dim light. But here too, the wrong identity ceases as soon as the friend points out that it is a rope, whereas in the matter of the world it persists even after it is known to be unreal. How is that? Again, the appearance of water in a mirage persists even after the knowledge of the mirage is recognized. So it is with the world. Though knowing it to be unreal, it continues to manifest. But the water of the mirage is not sought to satisfy one's thirst. As soon as one knows that it is a mirage, one gives it up as useless and does not run after it for procuring water. Devotee. Not so with the appearance of the world, even after it is repeatedly declared to be false, one cannot avoid satisfying one's wants from the world. How can the world be false? Maharshi. It is like a man satisfying his dream wants by dream creations. There are objects, there are wants, and there is satisfaction. The dream creation is as purposeful as the Jagrat world, and yet it is not considered real. Thus, we see that each of these illustrations serves a distinct purpose in establishing the stages of unreality. The realized phase finally declares that in the regenerate state, the Jagrat world also is found to be as unreal as the dream world is found to be in the Jagrat state. Each illustration should be understood in its proper context. It should not be studied as an isolated statement. It is like a link in a chain. The purpose of all these is to direct the seeker's mind towards the one reality underlying them all. Devotee, is there that difference in the philosophy of Sankara and Gaudapada which the learned professor wants us to believe? Mercy, the difference is only in our imagination. Devotee, Sir Sarupalli Radhakrishnan writes, the general idea pervading Gaudapada's work that bondage and liberation, the individual soul and the world are all unreal, makes a caustic critic observe that the theory which has nothing better to say than that an unreal soul is trying to escape from an unreal supreme good may itself be an unreality. It is one thing to say that the unchangeable reality expressing itself in the changing universe without forfeiting its nature is a mystery, and another to dismiss the whole changing universe as a mere mirage. If we have to play the game of life, we cannot do so with the conviction that the play is a show and all the prizes in it are mere blanks. No philosophy can consistently hold such a theory and be at rest with itself. The greatest condemnation of such a theory is that we are obliged to occupy ourselves with objects the existence and value of which we are continually denying in theory. It only shows that there is something else which includes and transcends the world, but it does not imply the world is a dream. Maharshi, as was already said, The purpose of the whole philosophy is to indicate the underlying reality whether of the Jagrat, Swapna and Susupti states or the individual souls, the world and God. There are three outlooks possible. Number one, the Vyavaharika. The man sees the world in all its variety, surmises the creator and believes in himself as the subject. All these are thus reduced to the three fundamental Jagrat, Jiva and Isvara. Jagat, Jiva and Isvara. He learns the existence of the Creator and tries to reach Him in order to gain immortality. If one is thus released from bondage, there are all other individuals existing as before who should work out their own salvation. He more or less admits the one reality underlying all these phenomena. The phenomena are due to the play of Maya. Maya is the Shakti of Isvara or the activity of reality. Thus, existence of different souls, objects, etc. do not clash with the Advaitic point of view. Number two, the Pratibhashika. The Jagat, Jiva and Ishvara are all cognized by the seer only. They do not have any existence independent of him. So there is only one Jiva, be it the individual or God. All else is simply a myth. Third, the Paramarthika, that is Ajatvada, no creation doctrine, which admits of no second. There is no reality or absence of it, no seeking or gaining, no bondage or liberation, and so on. The question arises, why then do all the Shastras speak of the Lord as the Creator? How can the creature that you are create the Creator and argue that the Jagat, Jiva and Ishvara are mental conceptions only? Mental conceptions only. The answer is as follows. You know that your father of this Jagrat state is dead and that several years have elapsed since his death. However, you see him in your dream and recognize him to be your father, of whom you were born and who has left patrimony to you. Here the Creator is in the creature. Again, you dream that you are serving a king and that you are a part in the administrative wheel of the kingdom. As soon as you wake up, all of them have disappeared, leaving you the single individual behind. Where were they all? Only in yourself. The same analogy holds good in the other case also. Devotee. In the Vyavaharika above mentioned, how does Maya come in? Maharshi, Maya is only Isvara Shakti or the activity of reality. Devotee, why does it become active? Maharshi, how can this question arise? You are yourself within its fold. Are you standing apart from that universal activity in order to ask this question? The same power is raising this doubt in order that all doubts may finally cease. Devotee, the dream world is not purposeful as the Jagrat world because we do not feel that wants are satisfied. Maharshi, you are not right. There are thirst and hunger in dream also. You might have had your fill and kept over the remaining food for the next day. Nevertheless, you feel hungry in dream. This food does not help you. Your dream hunger can be satisfied only by eating dream food. Dream wants are satisfied by dream creations only. Devotee. We recollect our dreams in our Jagrat, but not vice versa. Mercy, not right again. In the dream, you identify yourself with the one now speaking. Devotee, but we do not know that we are dreaming as apart from the waking as we do now. Mercy, the dream is the combination of Jagrat and Susupti. It is due to the sanskaras of the Jagrat state. Hence we remember dreams at present. Sanskaras are not formed contrary-wise. Therefore also we are not aware of the dream and Jagrat simultaneously. Still, everyone will recollect strange perplexities in dream. One wonders if he dreams or is awake. He argues and determines that he is only awake. When really awake, he finds that it was all only a dream. Talk number 400. In the course of another conversation, Sri Bhagwan said, Buddhism and add just to meditation and nothing more. 16th April 1937, talk number 401. Mr. Krishnamurti, an Andhra gentleman, asked as follows: when we make tapas, on what object must we fix our sight? Our mind is fixed on what we utter. Maharshi, what is tapas for? Devotee, for self-realization. Maharshi, quite so. Tapas depends on the competency of the person. One requires a form to contemplate, but it is not enough. For can anyone keep looking at an image always? So the image must be implemented by japa. Japa helps fixing the mind on the image in addition to the eyesight. The result of these efforts is concentration of mind which ends in the goal. He becomes what he thinks. Some are satisfied with the name of the image. Every form must have a name. That name denotes all the qualities of God. Constant japa puts off all other thoughts and fixes the mind. That is tapas. One pointedness is the tapas wanted. The question what tapas is was asked in order to know what purpose to serve. It will take the form required for the purpose. Devotee, are not physical austerities also tapas? Maharshi, may be one form of it. They are due to vairagya, dispassion. Devotee, I have seen a man with his arm lifted all his life. Maharshi, that is vairagya. Devotee, why should one afflict his body for the purpose? Mercy, you think it is affliction, whereas it is a woe, and for the other man it is an achievement and a pleasure. Dhyana may be external or internal or both. Japa is more important than external form. It must be done until it becomes natural. It starts with effort and is continued until it proceeds of itself. When natural, it is called a realization. Japa may be done even while engaged in other work. That which is the one reality, it may be represented by a form, a japa, mantra, vichara, or any kind of attempt. All of them finally resolve themselves into that one single reality. Bhakti, vichara, japa are only different forms of our effort to keep out the unreality. The unreality is an obsession at present. Reality is our true nature. We are wrongly persisting in unreality, that is, thoughts and worldly activities. Cessation of these will reveal the truth. Our attempts are directed towards keeping them out. It is done by thinking of the reality only. Although it is our true nature, it looks as if we are thinking of the reality. What we do really amounts to the removal of obstacles for the revelation of our true being. Meditation or vichara is thus a reversion to our true nature. Devotee, are our attempts sure to succeed, Maharshi? Realization is our nature. It is nothing new to be gained. What is new cannot be eternal. Therefore, there is no need for doubting if one would lose or gain the self. So, I end this video here. Please like, comment and share the video and subscribe the channel. Thanks a lot. Namaskar, my dear friends.